Hello guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's live stream. So this is our second live stream from 2025 and today we are going to discuss about our prompt engineering frameworks that we covered in last few days. That is from last Monday till Friday. So what all we covered in these days was we started with COT prompts, which is again a prompt framework by using which you can make better prompts. Then we moved from COT to Ryzen, then from Ryzen to Rhodes, then to PAR, and at the end of this week, I shared with you an ebook which is having details about all the prompt engineering stuff that we discussed for our entire tutorial series. So today in this live stream, what we're going to do is we are going to specifically focus upon, first we will start with the revision so that the concepts are again back in your mind in a fresh way. Then we will go ahead and just give again, uh, yeah. Then we will go ahead and we will talk about something in regards to the questions that you have. So just give me a minute. Let me just try to, yes, this looks fine. So let me jump to the screen and first start with some revision. So guys, as you can see on the screen, we started with in this week with chain of thoughts. So what is chain of thought? Chain of thoughts is a reasoning approach to help AI think step by step. For example, if I'm writing any query, in that I can give step 1 to 10 that uh, it would be the way in which the AI should think and respond back to me. Just imagine it is like a maze. So you have to complete the maze and you have to complete the maze step by step. So you will first perform this step, then this step, then this step, and then you will gradually move towards the destination that you're looking for. So that is how chain of thoughts prompt work, so that it leads to accurate responses that you're looking for. So this is one of the very powerful framework for which I have also shared many of the examples that you can use to understand it well. Now, moving forward to our next one, that is, oh, sorry, not this one. The next one would be the Ryzen framework. So what Ryzen framework is? So Ryzen framework stands for role, instructions, steps, end goal, and narrowing. So in this framework, we made prompt more clear and more effective by adding these steps into it. So each part of this prompt represents a guide that helps AI to give you more accurate responses that you're looking for, and it is ideal for beginners to get most out of AI. So as part of this, what we do is first we define the role, where we say that uh, where we say the AI assume that you are a teacher, example. So it will assume that he's a teacher. Then he will go ahead and assume, then we'll go ahead and tell him that as a teacher you have to explain a 10-year-old kid about photosynthesis process, about machine learning, about prompt engineering. So first AI has assumed now that he's a teacher. So the typical way the teacher is going to teach you, the same way he is going to answer you in that way. So instruction we have given that explain us prompt engineering or machine learning. Then steps. So as part of explanation, what steps that teacher has to follow, we will provide the steps, and what should be the end goal. So if I am telling them to explain me machine learning, what is the end goal? Is it deep learning? Is it neural networks? Or it is just the basics or the data cleaning part or those kind of stuff. So as an end goal we are providing that this is the destination till where you have to reach. This is how it can be done. And narrowing, in narrowing we are saying that you don't have to do all these things. So in narrowing we are telling that you don't, again, the end goal that we have provided, based on the end goal we are given the other comment saying that you don't have to go here, you don't have to go here. So based on that, it does not deviate from the topic and it gives you the exact result that you are looking for. Now let's see what's our next framework. So guys, our next framework is a Rhodes framework. So in this framework, again, we are breaking down our query into multiple parts, where first we are going to provide a role to AI, which AI will assume. Once it assumes a role, then the AI should know that what is his objective, what he has to do. So we provide him his mission, his objective, that what he is going to go ahead and perform for us guys. Once we do that, then we provide details about the objective that we have given him. Suppose if we have provided him a task to create a robot, now we will provide details that is it going to be humanoid robot, is it going to be a robot which is going to perform some military actions, is it going to be a robot which is going to be uh, house help. So these kinds of different stuff we talk over here. Then we give him some examples that suppose so as a house help, you have to be very kind and polite with the owner of yours. You have to listen all the commands and you have to fulfill that commands in an effective way. So these kinds of examples we can give over here. Then as part of a sense check, again it is like narrowing. We are checking that it has understood all our requirements properly and it does not deviate from that. That is the reason we perform a sense check uh, prompts over there, so that it will not deviate from the topic. So that is what a roads framework is. Now, moving forward, after road, I will talk about PAR. This is the last framework that we spoke about. That is problem, action, result. So in this, what we do is first we define the problem. Suppose as part of problem, I think I have an example also. See, first we define a problem. So over here, we are defining a problem where I'm saying I am getting a type error. A type error, it is a kind of error that you get in Python when you write a code, and when you run it, at that time you can get this kind of error. So I'm saying that I am getting a type error, and this is the error that we have. The action now the AI has to perform is AI has to review my code. I have given the code at the end. You can see AI has to review the following code to identify why this error occurs, and when accessing an integer as it is it were a list. So we are providing it more details into actions that it has to perform. So it has to access the integer, that is the variable, as a list. So that is what it is telling him to do. And as part of results, we are again telling him to provide us a solution to fix the error and prevent it from happening in the future. So in the end, it is going to fix the code and provide us the exact code that we are looking for. So that is how PAR framework work. So this is one example that we saw of, I would say, for Python code. Now let's see one from Terraform code. So uh, at the end in the code section, you can see it is a resource that we have defined for S3 bucket. Then if I start with the prompt, so in problem, I'm saying that I'm getting an error when applying my Terraform configuration for AWS, especially error is invalid function argument. So invalid function argument means we are giving something inside the code which is invalid and which is not part of HCL, that is the language of Terraform. Then as an action, it has to review the code that I have provided at the end, and as a result, it has to provide the corrected configuration, that is a corrected code to me. So that is how you can use PAR framework for your day-to-day activities when you are doing some coding in that format. So that is how you can utilize PAR framework. So as I have started already discussing about the frameworks, so let me see if by any chance I can I have a small, no, not this, no. So I don't have example for this one. No worries. So let's move forward. So let's come back to our GitHub repo where we are discussing about what we have implemented. So over here, you can see whatever we have, whatever I would say, whatever prompts we have written in our tutorials, I have noted down each and every prompt over here for your reference. So from this specific page, you can see the, if you click on prompts, it will take you directly to the file that we have over here, and you can see the prompts that are available along with the examples. And if I go here and if you click on this, you can also see the YouTube tutorial that we have for this. Okay, so let me, okay. So there is, yeah. So here is the video that you can see. Just give me a minute. Okay, so that is how you can watch the videos as well as you can see the prompts that is available over here. And ebook I am going to update over here at the end that it is available on TopMate, so you can access it from there. So till now you will see one resource is missing that I am adding after this live stream, that is for day 7, that is for prompt framework. The same way I'm going to add the tutorial as well as the examples that we have done as part of our tutorial in the YouTube video series. Then this is how you can utilize your resources. Now today I will show you, I have created a cheat sheet for you so you can easily understand when to use which prompt framework. So just let's go through this. So for role based prompt, it focuses on a person or role assigned to the AI. And I have given one example. For example, as an educator, explain. So as an educator means as a teacher, he's going to explain. So this is one example of role based prompt, how we can write a role based prompt. And what it does is it aligns responses to specific roles that we are providing. So that is the role based prompt. Then if we go ahead, and the second one is few shot prompt. So it provides a few examples to guide the AI in its responses. So whenever we are writing a prompt saying that convert this specific text from English to French. So along with that prompt, we give some examples that if you have to convert hello to French, this is how it is supposed to be. If you want to convert how are you to French, this is how it can be done. So we provided two examples for how are you, and hello. Now you go ahead and perform it for the other ones. So that is how you provide few short prompts. So that's what I have mentioned over here. Here is example. Here are examples. Now generate a new scenario. So based on the examples, it will generate a new scenario. Means it will learn from your examples and it will do it accordingly as you are expecting. So it is kind of a small training that you perform on the AI models, so it knows what it has to generate for you based on your preferences. Now, moving forward to okay, let's go in this format. I think I have made it like this: top to down, top to down, and top to down. So let's talk about content-based prompt. So in content-based prompt, you provide uh, it's not content-based prompt, it's spelling mistake. It should be context-based prompt. Let me change it for you. So in context-based prompt, what you do is you define prompts based on specific context or on the subject matter that we have to do. So example, explain the theory of relativity. So explain the theory of relativity. So this is the context that we are providing over here. So if we want to learn anything in depth, we can provide context for it. For example, if I'm saying that explain me machine learning, where I am specifically looking for deep learning. So this is the context that I am providing, based on which it will give back to me a more detailed response. Now, a role and context based. So over here we saw role based separately, context based separately. Now we are going ahead and we are looking at a role and context based prompt. So it combines both role and contextual information. So as a history teacher, summarize World War II events. As a history teacher is a role. Then summarize World War II events. This is the context that I have provided. So it's a combination of both. Uh, so it is targeted for specific responses that we are looking for. I already covered few short prompts, so I will jump to the second one, zero shot prompt. So zero shot prompt is a prompt that you say, translate the sentence to French, the example I have given over here. So AI should translate it based on the training that it has been provided. I am not providing him any example. So if he is trained to translate it to French, he will do it. If he is not trained, he will hallucinate. So that is how zero shot prompt work. So we leave the responses on the creativity of the LLM that is behind the scenes. Now let's move to second to the another one, that is chain of thoughts. So in chain of thoughts, as I said, uh, it encourages AI to articulate its reasoning process. So whatever prompt that we are asking, we are providing him reasoning that, suppose if you have to create a roadmap for me where I can develop a product, eco-friendly product. So in that way, this is the prompt that I'm providing. Then I am providing him 10 steps that tell me, is it a market fit? Tell me, will how many competitors I have? Tell me this, tell me that. I have given all the steps. So in these steps, it has to do the research and get back to me with the answers. So it is a very detailed prompt that we usually use. And then moving to Ryzen framework, as we discussed below, we outline necessary steps, end goals, and narrowing. So narrowing focuses on specific problems. Role focuses on assigning a specific role to AI, instructions, clear directions that the AI has to perform, steps, outlining necessary steps, while for the instructions that we have provided. So to reach the destination, it has to use these steps. It should not use some steps that or hallucinate by himself. It has to do it in the way that we want him to do. Now, end goal defines what success looks like. So what should be the output? Suppose if I tell him that, tell me what is prompt engineering. So prompt engineering is a technique used to interact with AI. For example, this is the answer that I have given. So this is the end goal. This is the kind of answer that I'm expecting. So I am giving him that this is the end goal that is supposed to be given back to me. That is how I am training him. And narrowing, focusing on a specific problem that only answer this question instead of deviating from the topic. Now, moving to roles framework. So over here again, we assign a specific role to AI. Then in objective, we clarify what task it has to perform. Then the objective that we have provided, we provide details about that objective. That is the context about that objective. Then we provide him some examples that we do in few short prompts where we give him some examples so that it can learn from our example, and then it can think about it and come back to us with answers. So we provide examples over here. Then we go ahead and we provide the sense check when we again validate the output logically based on providing him some guardrails that this is the areas where he should not go, and this is the areas in which he should research and come back to us. Now, last but not the least is the PAR framework. So in PAR framework, the problem, we state the problem as I showed you in the examples that I am facing this error. In action, we are saying that you have to solve this error. But if you have more details about the error, that suppose I am getting an error saying that this variable is supposed to be a string. Okay, so you know that it is a typecasting error that can be done where you have to typecast the specific variable into from string to integer or from integer to string. So you can tell him that this is the information that you have, and based on that he can perform the action towards the result. And then we provide him tell him that the result should be in this format. So in result, you can say that when it is giving back the code to you, it should be it should having a proper comments, try catch block. So what kind of code you are expecting, you have to tell him. Based on that only the structure of the code will be returned, so that you can use it based on your use cases. So this is how prompt engineering frameworks and prompt engineering work. So today we complete our prompt engineering framework end to end. Now, what's next? So from coming Monday, we are going to start our new, I would say, new tutorial series. So now we have learned everything: role-based prompt, context-based prompt, few shot, zero shot, chain of thoughts, Ryzen framework, Rhodes framework, PAR framework. We have also seen examples of them. Now, just imagine we are going to use some examples and we are going to create an app out of it. So it is kind of playground that we are going to use, where the best query that we have, based on that we will get a best app developed. So you just have to provide the prompt, any of the prompt from this framework, and based on that we the AI will create a gen AI powered application for you. So it is just pushing the prompt and your app is developed, and you can make that app live and you can use it anywhere in the world. You can share it with your friends, you can share it with your family, anywhere. So that is how we are going to test our knowledge of prompt engineering, by creating a Gen AI powered applications that can be used in mobile as well as in desktops. So that is the uh, target for our next week. So before starting to implement these prompts for that Gen AI powered application, first I will give you the basics of how you have to use that playground, what is that playground, and what all AI models or what all LLM it supports. So based on that, whenever you are giving the prompt, you can fine tune the output based on the models which are available. So, for example, if I am creating an app which takes text as an input and give me images as an output, so I can go ahead and select whether the model LLM on which it is going to run, is it going to be Stability AI or it is going to be Amazon Nova Canvas. That is the new model offering from Amazon. Just one example. The same way, when you are summarizing a text, for example, if I take a PDF file, I drop it onto the application, and then I start telling the app that this is the file, give me a 5 line summary, give me a 10 line summary, explain me the context what it has. So we can do all of this. And while you are interacting with it like it is a chatbot who is interacting with you, you can again select your model. So for example, if you know that Claude Sonnet is very good at replying to you or at giving the responses that you're looking for, then you can use Claude Sonnet. But if you think that this can be done in a better way with Amazon Nova Lite or Amazon Nova Micro, you can go ahead and do that. So you have a lot of options. So it's not only about prompt engineering that I'm trying to teach. The main agenda, the main goal of teaching this course to you guys is, when I take you towards machine learning, you should know what is LLM, how we interact with LLM, why LLM interaction with LLM is important. So till the time you don't know the power of LLM, by interacting with them, you won't be able to develop those kind of models that the world is looking for. So once you know what's the expectation from the world, then it's become easy for you to start working on your use cases or models that you're going to develop later on in our tutorial or in our roadmap to become a machine learning engineer. So I will keep the forum open for any questions for some time. So that is what we have today for our tutorial, sorry, for our live stream. And I don't think I have anything else to share. So I will wait for some time for any questions. If not, then we will end this live stream. And tomorrow, if any one of you wants to join the live stream, where it's not only me, there are multiple AWS community builders also who are going to come live with me to answer any of the questions that you have. So what you can do is, you can make up all the questions. First, go through the application process of AWS Community Builder, understand what all questions are there. Then, which questions you are not able to understand, that what you have to fill over there, what is the information I should fill, should I do this or should I do that? So these kinds of query which comes to your mind, note it down. So tomorrow when we come on live stream, what you can do is, you can ask these to the people who are going to join the live stream to answer the queries that you have. So I think for today we don't have any questions. So I will go ahead and end this live stream for today. But if you still have any queries, guys, you can reach out to me directly on LinkedIn or my other social media handles that I have already mentioned on my YouTube channel. But still, to be precise, suppose if you are having a query in regards to Ryzen framework, what I would say is, go to that YouTube tutorial and put your comments over there. So it becomes easy for me to understand that, okay, you are specifically asking for this framework, and then I can answer you accordingly. Because many a times people come back to me saying that this prompt is not working, but they are not giving me the background that I am using this prompt framework. This is the goal that I am looking for. So that is where the confusion happens. So instead of that, if you put that in the comments, specifically in the YouTube tutorial from where you have learned that concept, it becomes easy for me to get back to you with the answer. So thank you so much, guys, for joining today in the evening, that is on the weekend. So see you soon in the next live stream. And I hope you're excited for our next tutorial series, which is going to start in on Monday, I think so, in one day. So see you there. Till that, happy prompting and keep building the prompts. And in case of any queries, reach out to me. Have a great day ahead and happy weekend. Bye for now.